So, do you like always charge hundreds of gold for a single plate of food? You're a bit of a scammer, aren't you? You don't really seem to be bothered by the fact that you're a scammer. You like scamming people, don't you? Right. Yeah, can I get something to go though? Hello there and welcome. I'm not going to pull any punches. We are starting off a little bit busted. We have Frost Skull, we have Skul himself, we have Swanezio. Which is probably the best part about this so far. We also have Ceremonial Dagger and the basic Kalayan staff. I've done a little bit of item swapping around and haggling in the shop here. As well as I got Swanee from the first adventurer fight. We are past that fight already. We are in the latter half of Act 1. And based on what we've got already, we're in for a pretty chill run. Shut up, you. Frost Skull, of course, being one of the best skulls in the game. He is an S tier. He is just godlike, especially once he reaches legendary, which I understand that seems like a bit of a redundant statement. Of course, he's going to be like at his best at legendary, but he just gets so much stronger, dude. You have no idea. He's so powerful. Swanee. Look at that. Oh, she just wiped out 2 full waves of these dudes. Swanee is just so badass, dude. Also, I go over this every single time we talk about Swanee because I've addressed it in every other video since clarification. I have spoken to the publishers who have spoken to the development team behind Skul. In Swanezio's flavor text, where it says that he was sealed in the purple world due to his lingering attachment. This is a translation faux pas, so to speak. Swanee is actually a very special quintessence. Swanezio was designed by a Korean streamer called, I think, Sony Digital. Is it Sony Digital? You can actually see, I might put the thing up on the screen. You can see in the credits for the game, they actually credit this streamer for backing the game way back when it was in super early development, before it even, like, had an alpha build, to my knowledge. And this was like some of the first... Oh, Kaboom Bomber? Oh, yes, please. Okay, that's it. Kaboom Bomber plus Frost Skull. That's the build. But this streamer had backed the game in the long ago. And part of the reward for doing this was that they were able to create their own item. And they made Swanezio the Quintessence. Another person whose name I don't recall because it is in Korean also did... Gambler. They actually made Gambler as well. Oh, damn. I'm in the middle of talking and we just blew up Yiggy's first phase. I could have or should have saved Swanee for second phase, but I don't like the idea of Yiggy not getting a good fighting chance. So I'll save the boom for first phase and hang on. As soon as I can swap, you're done. There you go. A fast Yiggy is a good Yiggy. See ya, dude. World Tree Seed. Be nice. Use Blacksteel Dagger. Stone of the Air. Gratitude. Yuck. Sell it straight away. Gratitude isn't the worst thing in the world. It gives you a little 40 shield, but the problem is when that little 40 absorb barrier breaks, when it breaks, the item is gone, and you just kind of lose any potential money from selling it. So I would rather sell it immediately out of my inventory and gain the money then risk getting hit a few times and losing it. We have upgraded Frosty Boy once over and obtained Hibernation as our second skill to complement our little Glacial Shards, which is an alright skill. It's not bad, but ultimately I would prefer to get the sliding Frost move, the Ice Slide, as I sometimes like to call it. The name escapes me at the moment. I honestly can't remember what it's called. What do we have here? A legendary chest that we could get on the cheap. I'm gonna swap into Bomber, activate it so that we get... Oh, wait. Swanee. Cheese this for me, please. Yes, Swanee. Yes. If I could pay, like, under 400 for this, that'd be amazing. Please and thank you. I'm just gonna get hit. I actually don't care. Just let me get hit. I would rather take damage and kill you in a hurry. 280 for a legendary chest. 280 for Sylphid Wings. Even if I sold this, I'm making so much profit. But I'm not going to. Oh my god, that dude's head is in the wall! Oh, that's so grim. Money and shop time. Nothing I want right here. I could take the Prayer of Grace, but I'm gonna hold out for something a little better. I could take the Carlane Insignia. We are in early Act 2. It wouldn't be too bad to grab it now. Especially since, as I progress, the further through a run you get, the more that the shops and the item drops compensate and become higher rarity. So getting the insignia and getting some of these common items is, you know, just way easier to do in the beginning of your run as opposed to later on. Which is the same for, you know, skulls, quintessences, all that good stuff, which is why finding a legendary early on, whether it be a skull, a quintessence, an item, all that good stuff, is more difficult to do. No thank you, I am just farming for fragments right now so that I can upgrade my Frosty Boy, since I kind of want to do them both at the same time. And try and get Bomber's secondary ability. I always prioritize getting both moves first. So, in the case of my two skulls, both of them start off only having one skill each. And I could upgrade Frost Skull again and send him straight into Legendary. But that's more like passive effects and wow, no way. No, 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 dude. Ah! After the last video, you're gonna come along and do this? Oh, no. Now I have to think. Now I have to think. Hang on, hang on, hang on. I could do... I've already upgraded Frost. I've already upgraded Frost once over. He's already at Unique. I'm sorry, Bomber, but we're doing Reapy Boy. We have the Grim Reaper coming in. Look at the slash. Look at the slash. I'm so sorry about the Bomber build, but the fact that I've already done an upgrade for Bomber just means that it's more difficult for me to... Thank you, Swanee. To justify getting rid of Frosty Boy afterwards. Oh, look, it's Spectre. Spectre's fun. No, we're gonna destroy the mummy. Wow, we are only just past the second adventurer fight, the one for the Act 2. And we've already got Legendary Grim Reaper, Swanezio, Sylphid Wings, 3 legendaries, one of each different type of thing you can get. This is a ridiculous way to start. I am not doing anything to my game files. The meme lives on. No, if I touch that, it's gonna be cursed. I'm sad that I can't sell it. It's not an item, because I could at least make some money that way. But whatever, dude. A free room to pass through is still a free room to pass through. I'm okay with either way. If I get a chance to get a reroll NPC, I might try and reroll to get Harvest. Reaper doesn't have any bad moves. All of his moves are good. Oh look, it's Alchemist. It's a Reaper Light. It's little baby Reaper. Although to be fair, I've got no money, by the way. When Alchemist is Fire Alchemist, then it's a completely different story. Swanee! Mess them up. Oh, they were already like mostly dead before I even had a chance for Swanee to do something. And there they go. Reaper is going to be flying through... Oh, wait. Burn. There we go. Look at that. Look how good Reaper is. He is going to be our unstoppable force, just blitzing his way through, unleashing these Will-O-Wisp orbs that will do their heat-seeking, Carleon-seeking destruction. Whenever an enemy dies, these orbs will spawn and will home in on unsuspecting fools. They are all blocking this damage, by the way. Just by facing me, they're all blocking everything. That's pretty impressive for these little dudes. We're already up to the sisters. This is really good pace. This is a very, very fast pace. Where did this come from? This is ridiculous. Hey, at least I get to say I can do another Reaper video. I don't see Reaper and Lich nearly as much as I used to. I used to be known for finding Lich and Reaper quite frequently, especially on stream, but now I haven't seen them in a while. And in the span of just a couple of videos, I've managed to find Reaper twice now, and Lich for that comeback video for the launch of Skul on consoles. Now, if I get the chance... nah, I should save Swanee for Phase 2, right? It's more realistic. If I got both of the sisters on the field at the same time, like I could predict them doing their joint attack, then I might want to do some nonsense with Swanee. But in the meantime, nah. We'll see right here. If I did it like here, I might be able to clip them both if I centered it pretty accurately. Or this attack right here. You can get them both. If you stand in a way that they're able to be hit, no, then that makes it much easier. Much easier. Stop it. Stop it, madam. 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 Stop it. Please. Please. No. No. This is also a good example of something that I talk about a lot. When I did my tier list, which hasn't really changed that much, I did my tier list for the skulls in the game. I've done several, but what I'm saying is my most recent tier list. When I covered the full release with all the upgrades, I had Reaper in A tier, and this is the Grim Reaper, who prior to full release, back when skull upgrades literally didn't exist, back in early access, you couldn't upgrade skulls. They just came as their rarity, so all the commons stayed common. You couldn't upgrade, you couldn't do any of that. So if you found a legendary, that was a legendary, and that was the only way that you could get a legendary, was by finding them like that. We're gonna do Swanee now. Hopefully she doesn't teleport away at the last second. There we go. Right, you really like this attack, don't you? You really like this attack, don't you? Okay, that's cool. Die. And what I was getting at was people were really... Some people were very bothered or found it very polarizing that Reaper was A tier and not S tier. And part of it is kind of what you saw there. Reaper is very good at obliterating. We have no items. That's part of our problem with damage as well. He has no problem taking care of rooms of enemies. The Will-O-Wisps that spawn, the AoE fire, harvesting. All of his attacks are built for AoE. They're built for cleaving, knocking out big groups of enemies. For boss fights, however, ooh, Dark Priest Robe is kind of nice. And even if I didn't want to use it, I should just take it for the sake of money. Oh, it's this one, the classic. Oh, the classic. Look how nightmarish this is. Maybe I can cheese this with Hibernate a little bit. But yeah, Reaper doesn't do boss fights as well as, say, his more powerful cousin Arklich, who obliterates screens and bosses really, really well, which is why I normally have Lich ranked higher than Reaper in pretty much every tier list, except for the original early access ones. People have asked if my list has changed, because this is back before Stone Monkey was introduced, before Gravedigger was released, and before Prisoner was released. So, to kind of answer those questions about the tier list... Oh, here we go. There we go. I could do a little bit of cheesing with that. The only differences are that Wolf in my first tier list was A tier, which was a massive mistake. Werewolf is easily an S tier, one of the best S tiers in the entire game. He is actually broken. When you can get just 1 or 2 good items on him, he turns into an actual monster that needs no help other than just how badass he is, dude. And Gravy, I'm getting clapped. Oh, don't. This is the worst. Oh, this one's the worst. Oh, this trap room is the worst. Oh, there we go. Gravy is also an S tier. Gravedigger, all you really need for Gravedigger to make him amazing is one of the 2 ranged abilities. So King, Lear, or Othello. One of those 2, or both, I mean, but one of them is fine. And preferably Macbeth as the secondary, since Macbeth on boss fights is a nightmare, especially considering that some of the fights later on, by the time you might get a more powerful Gravedigger, like against the Chimera, Joan, or the Hero, those big Macbeth slams do a lot of damage. And you mostly want Othello or King Lear, because otherwise you have a hard time dealing with enemies that are on higher platforms or that are above ground. There's just a few little minor issues that the melee dudes have a problem with, especially Hamlet. Hamlet is definitely by far the worst one. I'd say if your Gravy has a Hamlet with it, then that's where he becomes an A tier. He's still good, he's just not S tier. And Stone Monkey I've got firmly in high B, low A kind of standings. He's not busted, he used to be. He had a bug that allowed him to basically one-shot anything, but they very quickly hotfixed that to fix it, so you can't do it anymore, which is really sad, and I'm really heavily debating grabbing this Mage's Mana Bracelet, but I'm not going to. I'm going to move on. Our damage is suffering just because I'm prioritizing Skull Rooms the entire time, by the way. Once we stop prioritizing so many Skull Rooms, and we start getting some money and item rooms on deck, it'll change and we'll be okay. It'll be okay at that point. Also, I apologize for my lack of use of Swanee occasionally. I just want Reaper to shine and get a chance to do stuff. If I just Swanezio every room upon entry. Oh, this is really sad to see, dude. I'm sorry. But that's it. That's the perfect 100. It's almost like little Bomber himself is coming along to give us permission to say, hey, it's cool, dude. You found Reaper. Here, go be awesome. What was I saying about Monkey? Right, Monkey is now B or A, basically. With certain abilities, certain items, he's a pretty good A tier. Otherwise, I'd say B only because one of his gimmicks as he levels up in rarity is that his... Very nice, Swanezio, very nice indeed. Is that he can charge, he can like concentrate his abilities to do more damage. The main issue with this is that it has an incredibly, and I mean incredibly slow activation time. I'm just gonna throw stuff at you, dude. And now did I land on a trap? There was an Archer Girl trap on the ground still. Based on how slow his... dude. Like that right there. I just got hit because Reaper's fire attack, his flames attack, has him stand still with a lot of recovery for a long time. Just take the dagger, dude. We've already got 100 fragments. We can upgrade Frost Skull in this next room, and we're done. But because of those laggy times where Monkey gets kind of stuck in place while doing concentration and he can't really move, he is very susceptible to getting hit, which is still a problem for pretty much every concentration type of skull in the game. And while Stone Monkey's like way of fighting isn't explicitly described as being concentration, it's basically concentration, right? Wow, okay, this entire area just got obliterated. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Swanee, for being just godlike. That's why Monkey is like B, if not A, if he's got good help. Just summoning the extra clones and then doing, say, a Madness build, and you have the extra clones. Oh, the explosions are everywhere, dude. The screen is filling up with lots of hot garbage, and it's making it very difficult to see. There we go. Everything die for me, please. Thank you very much. But yeah, apologies to any Monkey enthusiasts out there, but Gravy is just superior out of the two new skulls that made their way in a short while ago. We're at a point now where I can start taking dominantly money rooms, so we need to round off the build. Broken Mana Engine is a favorite of mine. Back in early access, this was a classic. I would take this on every single build, no matter what it is, because everyone likes their cooldowns, right? Everyone likes to use their skills. The only time I would say you don't really need this or want this at all is a Madness build, because you're focusing on spamming your basic attack and your skills probably aren't powered up that much through other effects, so you mostly just want to spam and not worry about cooldown increasing. But this, both the skill cooldown increased by 30%, which is just a little bit better than a Prayer of Grace, as well as the mana tech effect is very nice. It's very nice. It's an engine that feeds itself. Your cooldowns are shorter, so you can use them more. The more you use your cooldowns, the more mana tech spawns. The more mana tech that spawns, the more you use your cooldowns. It's a revolving door of awesomeness, and we love it. Swanee. Swanee. Look at this. Look at this Swanee. Look at this Swanee doing amazing work. I love it. I love it. That's it. That little area is cleared. Of course, it helps that Reaper also has his Will-O-Wisp effect, also chunking dudes down. And because we've got Sylphid Wings, we can actually cheese this a little bit and move all the way over here and skip. I would have said skip, but I've accidentally triggered the dudes down below anyway. Okay, I'll just set you all on fire then. How about that? How about that? Look, they're all mad. Look at them all being mad. Stay mad, dudes. Stay mad. I'm going to dash through here. You can dash through here, and we'll trigger these guys on the other side anyway. Fire. Set them all on fire down below, and they're all dead. It doesn't matter. It's all fine. If you're worried about my life, by the way, don't be. I'm okay. I'm not too worried about it. I should have taken that item. I'm so used to just walking away. I'm assuming that I've got a full stash of items. This is still relatively rare, to be honest. I'm up to Chimera, and my item pool isn't full, which is kind of wow. But, you know, that's the price you pay for finding... I shouldn't have used Swanee here, but I'm greedy and I want to. But that's the price you pay for getting Reaper and Frosty Boy. which we just need better items to really capitalize on their damage potential. Also, with Hibernate plus the Reaper's swap in, we have a lot of avenues to getting invulnerability. Not that you would know it, because I'm just getting hit by a lot of stuff because I'm being very greedy with my damage. It's just what I do. I'm known for being stupid greedy with everything. Legendary Frosty Boy doing what he does best, putting the whole screen on blast with Frost. And then we jump up and avoid this. Always stay up the front if you can. Don't stay so close as to be stepped on, but also don't, like right there, I'm just being greedy. If I'm getting hit by these attacks, I know how to avoid them. I'm just being stupid. But you also don't want to be too far away that she's going to try and bite you, because that bite does hurt quite badly. It really does suck to get bit by this thing. Yay, she's dead. But yeah, standing about here, just out of range of stomps, but just barely out of range of anything else, is usually pretty safe. I'm going to take that sword to fill in our last slot, because that way I can start trying to rig things in our favor. So, Reaper, Frozen Soul, Swanezio, and to be honest, a hodgepodge of really random stuff that doesn't really synergize too well. We need to quickly acquire wealth, and use that wealth and or just dumb luck, and actually pull something together synergy-wise, because our synergy is not great. We haven't got very good synergies with our items and our build. Thankfully, we have Reaper's Will-O-Wisp, and thanks to the Dark Priest Aura, we have 1 stack of Necromancy, so when enemies die, there's a lot of orbs and effects going all over the screen. Chasing down enemies, being just cool. That guy still shot me despite that. Look at him. He's stuck. He can't move. That guy still shot me point blank, even though I was smacking him. What a rude dude. Can we go down, please? Thank you. This is that one flaw that all of the flaws that make you wait. I get so impatient. I'm like, please, dude. Nah, I'm gonna sit in my ice barrier while you do that. Wow, he hadn't thrown it yet. He just got slowed down so much by the frost. Ice Scale Spoilers, you know what? I would rather do Ice Scale Spoilers than Hero's Holy Sword. But above that, I would also rather... What if I doubled up on my Dark Priest robe? Would that be a fun meme? I should double up on Ceremonial Dagger, though, to be honest. Hang on. If I put Ceremonial Dagger down there, I could leave Broken Mana Engine there for more cooldown spam, because... I mean, honestly, for these two skulls, it's their special attacks that do the most. So, we keep these, we ditch the Hero's Holy Sword since it's based on physical and we don't do physical damage ever. And we cross our fingers that we can find the Slimy Boy, and that Slimy Boy is going to be nice to us. I got bopped there again. This is kind of like my curse, you know? I get strong skulls that I know are strong, and I start playing really, and I mean really haphazardly. I start playing super stupid and just start taking damage. Because I'm like, I got lots of damage, dude. Yeah, I'm not gonna die. Wee! Mash buttons and just win the game automatically, right? Oh, look, it's the wheel. You know what? I might take the wheel instead of something else. What could I ditch for the wheel? I might ditch... You know what? No, I'm not taking the wheel. Haha! Baited! Baited, all of you. You all fell for it, stupid. Why would you believe that I would willingly take this thing? Ow, that guy hit me. Of course I'm not going to take the wheel. This is a magic run. This is a Reaper run. The wheel and the Reaper together? That's a crime. That's an actual crime. You could do hard time for that, dude. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to willingly put yourself in trouble like that? Swanee, explode. Thank you. God, Swanee is so nice. Can I kill this dude? My ice shards are missing. They're not hitting anything. They're actually not hitting a damn thing. Yo, hit these dudes. Slash these dudes. Yes! Now, the guys down here, one's dead already. Fantastic. Burn you, son. Freeze you as well. Burn him, freeze him, throw shards at him. This ice shards move can be charged, by the way, to make it bigger and more dangerous, and I believe pierce. But you'll probably never see me use it because I like spamming instead of charging. So what am I gonna take? I'm not gonna make it an Oberon run. We're literally in the last act. Aha! Beautiful. Mana Bone for the double balance, boys. This is god tier. We love to see it. I'm gonna get rid of the Carlane Insignia because it's just not holding its weight anymore. We have Gunpowder Sword, which is a godlike item, but I'm not going to take that. I might get the shuriken food real quick just to get a bit of life back, because I am playing so recklessly. I don't willingly want to put myself in supreme amounts of jeopardy. I just want to race to the end. Is that a crime? Is that such a bad thing? Is that such a big deal? Huh? I'm going to swap to Reaper Boy, activate Swanee. She's going to blow that dude up above me. And we get a free pass, basically. Amazing. Oh, I'm so... Did you see him? He was frozen there for so long. He was frozen still for so long. Okay, that dude's dead. Yo, the orbs must have come up here and killed these dudes. It's so cool seeing when the orbs... Oh, Frostwitch's staff, more damage. When the orbs take care of things for you and you have no idea what's happened. So, Ice Scale Spaulders... It's mostly defensive. The Blizzard effect is cute. It's between these two. It's like, do I want to lose Wind Spirit or do I want to lose Ice Scale? The Wind Spirit at least... I mean, the Wind Spirit at least does stuff, right? There's a chance that it bleeds or it just attacks people for me. Nah, I'll get rid of the Spaulders. It's... I'm getting rid of the theme. The Frost theme, the Frost Skull, by getting rid of the Spaulders, but... I like having a little friend there. If I don't need to get rid of my friend, then why would I get rid of my little friend? He's cute. He's helping out. Sylphid is doing stuff. Oh, look, it's the halfling girl. You know what that means? I should be as reckless as possible, because I'm guaranteed... No, stop it. Die. Don't be rude. I'm guaranteed getting some life back here anyway. Yeah, slay! Slay! Set it all on fire! Kill! 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 Don't throw it, dude. Don't do it. Oh, look, it's all dead. Halfling girl. What's the bird bring out? Oh, the little love one. Yay, the love one. Fruit of love. I didn't get a full health heal, but I'm pretty close to it, though. Pretty close to it. Ultimately, this run is stupid good. This run is stupid good. Because of the skulls, mostly. The items themselves aren't making it stupid good, but getting Swanee, Legendary Frost, and the Grim Reaper... No, this is stupid. No, it's actually dumb. It's not even funny dumb anymore. This is... Dude, I'm thinking it might be tied to time. Is the spawning of these adventurers based purely on time? Because it could very well be that it's like, oh, hey, you're at this particular time in your run, you're going this fast or this well. Here, have a problem. Have the archery girl, who is just universally understood to be the most frustrating of all of the Act 4 adventurers to fight. Because some of her abilities are downright devious to avoid, dude. Like, this attack here gets a lot of people a lot of the time. But her Phase 2 ultimate move, if she gets a chance to do it, I hope she doesn't, is actually a monster. It is No, not this one. Her actual ultimate move. Don't do it. Good. Good. Thankfully, we were able to stun lock her a lot with Frost Skull and use invincibility frames to get around that. But that's... Oh, I keep getting her. I keep getting her. I can't... When was the last time I showed you guys a video where I didn't fight her in Act 4? When was the last time I did that? Was there a time when I didn't do that? Am I imagining things? I can't be imagining things, right? Yo, that time for concentration is insanely long. Can I not have it be that long, please? Burn. Burn all of them. Burn all of them. I want to stack up this Frostwitch's staff effect. The more skills I use, the better. Do some of this. Swap out and do some of this. Set it on fire. And then we do this. And then we kill him. And that's it. We're done. I want to keep Frostwitches at 10. So before it runs off, I'm just going to waste a charge of an attack. Come in here. Trigger all of these dudeses. And just do a bunch of damage, just do a bunch of stuff. Set things on fire, do things. That guy hit me. That guy actually hit me. How dare you, sir? That is peak rudeness. No. Oh, I came in and out of it at the same time. Swanee, save me. Save me, girl. Save me. Yeah! People were really bothered when Swanee got nerfed going into full release. Swanee used to do magic damage and used to give you, was it 90% cooldown reduction? Like, cooldown increasing effect. The same effect that's on this, right? The skill cooldown speed increased by 30%, but it was 90% or so. So you could still stack Mana Engine along with things like Swanee and ritual stuff with Balanced Skulls and get such massive cooldown reduction that it became a joke. And then they, of course, had to nerf it technically because on one hand, Swanee's damage is no longer magic because it's now fixed damage. It's true damage. Really hope Slasher. Huh. Fancy seeing you here. No, I'm saying goodbye to you. True damage is fixed damage, so it deals like a fixed amount. When they say a fixed amount, they mean true damage. So every single time you fire off Swanee, she will do the exact same amount of damage, which is 1500 at the moment. I do not believe, or at least I'm not aware of any ways to make this damage higher, because true damage is supposed to be, you know, hard stuck at what it is. Once again, 2 runs in a row where the Paladin shows up and I'm not using him. Apologies to those looking for Paladin runs. I wish to do one for you, but I can't. Another day where Stone of the Air shows up, but unfortunately I will not be taking it because I cannot benefit greatly from it now, since there's only like 1 boss to go before the hero fight. And it would be silly, foolish, dumb, and stupid to do so. On the other hand, though, no, don't do that. Just, can you die for me? Can you die? Can you die, please? Thank you. Lovely. Burn all these people. Burn all these people. Burn them all. I'm okay with burning people. Don't take that out of context. I, in fact, do mean that I'm okay with burning people. Setting fire to the living, because I am the dead and I don't like them. We broke 1. Let's break the other. There we go. But yeah, like I was alluding to, people were bothered when Swanee got changed. I thought it might have been a pretty drastic nerf as well, but then I realized you got to look at it through the lens of positivity for Swanee. Beforehand, people were taking Swaneezio for the passive effect. This is back when Quintessences all had a passive effect, where they just did something in addition to their main attack, or whatever their main gimmick was. Swanee getting changed meant that physical builds weren't taking her for the cooldown increase as well, because that was genuinely happening, where, like, Berserker was taking a magical Quintessence, because that way he can use his skills more often when he's in big Berserker state. And Predator could swing his weapons more often and all that kind of stuff, right? But in addition to the fact that the passives being gone is handy, because now you just genuinely pick a Quintessence based on how good it is for your skulls outside of passive bonuses. You know, what effect do I want? Do I want Swaneezio's upfront damage? Do I want Ravenlore to do passive pokes and keep Diorite Circlet active and things like that? The true damage means that both types of damage builds, whether you're a hybrid build, a physical build, a magical build, all the different types of builds will now all benefit the same from using her. She is just universally a great Quintessence now. Waifu for laifu. You know? And I'm so happy for that, because it means that everyone gets to experience the joys of Swanee. Jonah's doing a ground and pound attack over here. I am still not doing crazy dummy good damage. This is not as busted as it could be. We have seen plenty of runs infinitely more busted than this. However, yeah, whatever. We're okay still. We're okay. We get to do an honest run once in a while, and that's considering the fact that I'm talking about having the Reaper in our build and having Swanee from the very start. So yeah, honest with a very heavy grain of salt. A planet's worth of salt, basically. Come on now. I can triple jump up here and get ready for you. Activate Swanee nice and early. She comes off cooldown just in time. Fire this, do this, do this, do this. Swanee did hit, right? I didn't see anything there, right? Swanee hit. I can juke that because it's stupid. I'm gonna come up here and there we go. I could come down to about here and throw orbs, couldn't I? Maybe? Yeah, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We'll just sit here and set her on fire and continue to be annoying to her. 3, what's that? 4, 5, 6. I don't really want to use Reapy Boy's sentence, because it's gonna throw him pretty far off the screen and make it really hard for me to avoid getting indirect damage. There we go. I can set these 2 dudes down here on fire too. Oh, is that safe? No, Reaper's a bit too tall. Reaper genuinely has an expanded hurt box because of his height, which can seem unfortunate because it makes him more susceptible to getting hurt. Throw these, throw these. Ow, I actually like got sucked off the edge at the very worst moment there. Here, we'll do a swap to immune through these. Burn, die, there you go. Slow Joan, but still a good Joan. It's incredible. At the very beginning of this run, we were moving at exceptional pace because Reaper carves his way through, but this is kind of like the Act 4 wall that I mention once in a while, where if you haven't got your build kind of sorted early enough, or you don't get lucky enough on drops, it doesn't fall apart. It's still a good run. It's just that it does drop off drastically. So there are certain abilities or items and things like that, like the virus. I often say that the virus is something I get rid of in Act 3 or at the very start of Act 4, because it's not very easy to trigger it in Act 4. And this is kind of like an example as to why, because the enemies are just a lot chunkier here. And I'm also still a little sad that I never got Ice Field on. Ooh, putting thieves and gunpowder next to each other in the same shop? That's devious. That's criminal, dude. That's actually monstrous. Now, do I even care about Sylphid Wings anymore? Because I could just go in for damage. Like, Sylphid still counts as damage, whereas Sylphid... I need to keep the Sylphids together. I've got the Sylphid Spirit and the Wings. I should keep them together. So instead, what I should do... Ooh, let's see. So I've got... Look at all the crit I've got right now. I've got 10% here. 5% more from this. Plus Thieves is going to give me... I'll be at 55% passive crit if I keep both of these. I might just ditch Assassins. I don't really need Assassins at this point. It's just give me 10% crit, and I can afford to ditch that for the far superior 40% crit that Thieves is going to give me, which will be 45 with Ceremonial Dagger. That's more than enough. That's plenty of critical strike. We're going to grab the Spiritual Coffee, which the bonus effect will run off by the time we get to the hero, so that's whatever. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm upset that I never got Ice Field. I remember the name of the ability. It's, you know, I was saying in the beginning, it's icy move, throw ice rush move. What was it called? It's Ice Field. That's my favorite frost move. But whether or not I'm icy cool, I need to say thank you. Ow, dude. That swap in was timed terribly. You see how terribly that was timed? My lord, son. Yes, thank you for watching through, this run. Hopefully you enjoyed watching the Reaper be the Reaper and Frosty be Frosty, and shoutouts and apologies to Bomber. We hardly knew ye. Hey Dad, we do this a lot. I gotta ask, do you ever get surprised anymore? Like, do you think you get surprised when you run in and you're literally the Grim Reaper, and then you swap out to like a skull, like Frost Skull? Does he get surprised? He's like, what the hell? Because does anyone else do this? I'm actually super curious lore-wise. Is the ability to swap heads something special that only Skull can do? Or is that something that other skeleton dudes can do as well? Like, could we just pass heads around and have that be like a special skill? Have you ever thought about that? Is this unique? A unique property? A unique power that just Little Skull has? Because if so... You gotta admit, it's a pretty busted power. His power is literally everyone else's power. He's like the rogue he's like the rogue of Skull, if that's the case. Pretty disgusting. He's a, what am I thinking here? He's a rogue, he's a Kakashi. He just copies everyone else's things, and he's as strong as they are, basically. Because he doesn't seem to be nerfed, he seems to be literally just as strong. Also, I'm getting beat up right here. I should try and exercise some caution and actually play this out smart if I can. I was gonna save Swanee for phase 2, but I'm realizing very quickly that my damage is quite literally still not very high. All things considered. Ow, don't do it, father. So I need to kind of rush and kind of just like, not rush as in play dumb, but rush as in try and end this appropriately. Thankfully for me, the beginning of phase 2 is easier than most of phase 1. I don't know if I'm alone in that. Am I alone in that? Does anyone else feel that phase 2 is a bit easier to handle? Even though I just got bopped right there, and I might get bopped again in a second. That's okay. We can swap to Reaper now. Reaper is not really what I want to use against Daddy-O right now. I actually would much rather just stick to Frost, since Frost has a lot more going for him. Oh, here we go. Good chance to drop in Swanee because he can't escape, and we know exactly where he's going to be at all times. That's a cheap attack. Thank you, Daddy, for being cheap. You've heard it here first. The one time I will thank him for being cheap. Oh, about to lose my first life. Please don't. Please don't. If I could get away with being a really greedy person. Oh, he did that move. I thought he was going to do the big swing. He did not do the big swing. He did like a normally boy swing. And then he resets back to default. So now we're doing this part again, which is a bit easier to manage, although he does have some new tricks, as you can see right here. People have asked me for a long time now, yo, Beelz, when are we going to get a guide on how to fight the first hero? And I'm like, maybe when I actually know what he does. Which is stupid. I know most of what he does. What I mean when I say that is, first hero has, like, no joke, 30 or so attacks. 30 or more attacks. Some of which only happen in the first phase, in the first half of first phase, and then he changes and gets improved or different attacks for the second half of first phase. And then he has his second phase first half, and then he has a second half to his second phase, and then he has third phase. And it's like, dude, if I was prepared to write a thesis on this, maybe, but I am not prepared to write a thesis on this fight, dude. This is insane. I've seen MMO boss battles that have less mechanics than this. There's, well, not mechanics, but just stuff going on the screen, dude. He just does stuff forever. Let's harvest him. Whoa, he dodged the Grim Reaper! Okay, okay. You deserve this. You deserve this. Did you see him dodge the Grim Reaper? Daddy's all like, no! He literally pieced straight up and out of here.
Impressive for a mortal.
Yeah, we got another Reaper run done. That guy's cool. Good stuff. But with all of that said and done, I've got to get out of here. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching the Grim Reaper and his icy friend go for a pleasant stroll through the world, taking lives and saving wives. What? And I will see you all next time. Have a good one.